Fresh Prince of Bel-Air will move.
Downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake Michigan on a cloudless day. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebound.
So the net starting five. We've got Harden. Joe Harris is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Brown in at the 3. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Forbes in at the 2. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And in that one, the backups came to play. Gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. 5 on the clock. Harris passes to Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And this is the time of year when teams can start to lose their focus just a little bit. How tough is it, do you think, to stay motivated at this stage of a long season?
Well, teams who have big aspirations, Kevin, aren't suffering through any of this. The other teams that are trying to be acutely aware of the potential of their team are watching their players very intently as to whether their focus can be maintained during the next 2 to 3 weeks of the season.
Here is Forbes. A 23-point game for him in the win against Minnesota. Here's Middleton. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And Giannis just gobbling up the rebound, just spreads his wing out there, and the ball falls right into it.
Back to Irving. Jordan dishes to Irving. Tries it from 9. And that's off the glass and in.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. Think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Here is Forbes. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And again, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 6.
Well, Giannis scores inside, one of the best in the business at getting his feet wet in the paint, and a strong feel for the attack that time.
The shot's good from Irving.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Harris against Giannis. Here's Lopez, up and in on the layup.
Lopez close up and gets it done.
Nets trail by 3.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
Here's Irving following the bucket by the Bucks. Passes to Jordan. Now here is Irving. Defense right on him. Jordan kicks to Irving. That 3 off the mark. Bucks leading by 5. Middleton looking it over. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And checking out some numbers here for Harris. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. 5th in 3-point field goal percentage. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Here's Irving.
Love the aggressive play right there from Kyrie when he gets into the paint. Determined to score, but for sure get contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The first free throw is good. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. DJ Wilson comes in for Antetokounmpo. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Nets also changing it up. Luwawu is checked in for Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Here's Connaughton, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here is Irving. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Wide open. Misses off the left iron.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Portis throws it down.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Augustine, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think...
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Bucks ahead. They lead by 5. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Green. Landry Shamet is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the 3 spot. Irving against Augustine. The shot's good from Irving.
I feel like the jump ball triggered Kyrie Irving. He's been on it with tremendous effort from the beginning.
Got a piece of it and stolen by Irving. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And here we go. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Pass to Craig. Augustine looking around. Down low. Here's Portis. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Portis has got his second basket of the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Irving against Augustine. Irving drives in. That one drops for him. Irving's got 15.
You got to stay in front of Kyrie Irving at all times. Yeah, I said it here from the sidelines. Try doing it out there on the floor.
Augustine passes to Portis. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Irving. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Got it, number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton comes in for Torrey Craig. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Augustine. Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Harden comes in for Kyrie Irving. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Middleton, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Middleton's got his first bucket in this one. Harden against Lopez. Harris outside. Shamet on the wing. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Thursday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap. There are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
And it's sent back by Lopez.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Green, the pass to Harden. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
A big fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
The pass to Harden. That one, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. Lopez against Harden. The rebound by Luwawu.
You have to really like his energy getting to the rim there. Shocked that he blew the dunk, but you know most times he's...
Oh!
Yeah.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
52 seconds left in the second quarter. Middleton against Brown. And that's good. Chris Middleton for 3. Middleton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Middleton hovers around that 40% mark from downtown in his career. It's a good-looking shot there.
Here's Harden, and he goes big with the dunk over Brook Lopez.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. Lopez kicks to Middleton. Count it, good. Middleton's got 7.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Pass to Brown. Gets it off. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Milwaukee. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. It was a fast pace for Milwaukee at the outset. Their lead at one point was up to 7. And that should do it with the second half of...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in the 2 guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Harris. Back to Brown. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like. And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Antetokounmpo. Lopez controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 6.
Good size and the ability to carve out space. Lopez battling on the rebound.
Harden, that's good.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Middleton outside. Lets it go from deep. Oh, offensive interference. And the Bucks with some changes. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton comes in for Bryn Forbes. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Landry Shamit's checked in for Brown. Back to Harden for the tie. Here's Jordan. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that, because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives on the offensive glass.
Giannis passes to Lopez. Back to Giannis. An easy 2 points on the layup. Giannis has got 12 points in the game.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Now, here is Irving. Tight defense on him, and he gets it to go.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
Here's Connaughton, guarded by Jordan. A floater, and that one's good from Connaughton. Connaughton's got his second basket.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
The Nets working the ball around now. The pass to Irving. Back to Jordan. Lopez with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Pass to Irving. From 11 feet away. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
Pass to Craig. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Missed inside.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range. And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
The Bucks making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for James Harden. Here's Giannis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
At the line for 2.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
And here's the fast break for the finish, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Back to Irving. The rebound by the Bucks.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Giannis. Good. Nice job down low. And it's an 11-point Bucks lead.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Here's Irving. And the shot goes in. Irving's got 25 points. Giannis against Green. Antetokounmpo kicks to Portis. Back to Antetokounmpo.
Well, keeping with the attention to detail right there, DeAndre Jordan making it difficult for the offense.
And so it's the... And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Bucks leading by 9. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Brown. Then there's Irving. And it's Luwawu in at the 3, the small forward.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Brown dishes to Irving. Basket good. He's got 27.
I know Kyrie is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is built to take that kind of contact.
Giannis inside. He's against Green. Count it. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
Irving passes to Green. Nobody near Irving. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Giannis kicks to Middleton. Over Irving. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And now a 12-point Bucks lead.
Middleton looking pretty comfortable right now playing in the pick and roll, whether he's passing the ball or shooting it. Right now making good decisions.
Here's Irving. Plays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 32 points.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound, Brooklyn.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Stripped it away. And here we go. Giannis heading to the hoop. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Open up the floodgates and let Giannis run through. What a joy to watch him in transition.
Irving passes to Jordan. On the wing, Irving. Defended by DiVincenzo. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Irving.
This is where Kyrie can work some of his magic out there on the floor. Excels at getting the screen and taking advantage of any space he gets.
Middleton for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Stolen by Middleton to the inside. And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Middleton. Antetokounmpo's got 30 points.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
Irving against DiVincenzo. Lets the 3 fly. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks leading by 12. And here is DiVincenzo. The offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo kicks to Forbes. Fires from deep. to the wing right side. Bucks passing it around. Here's DiVincenzo. No good off the back of the rim.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Bucks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
From 11 feet away, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Yeah, I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
For three, Middleton misses there. And so the Bucks take the win. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry. Nothing.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, D.A. So the net starting five. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's Brown. And it's Irving at the shooting guard. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the back. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. And it's Capella in at the center position. Here's Herter. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And both teams, Doris, battling injuries.
Kevin, we have seen that when someone is injured, that means an opportunity for a bench player to show what they have. And the coaching staff maybe has to get a little bit more creative than usual.
Here's Irving. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And here's Reddish. Young outside. Fires for three. Rebound, Brooklyn. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues, and give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
And Jordan sends it back.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Young finds Capella. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Young. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Brown.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Young from outside. Another miss by Young.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
And Capella with the basket on the assist by Collins.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
It's Harden with the drive, and they pick up 2. Harden's got 6.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Young passes to Herter, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And the technical free throw is good.
And, of course, all the comparisons to Steph Curry. Young just trying to be the best version of himself. And we've already seen the upside.
And the Hawks making a change here. Rondo's checked in. And the Nets making a change here as well. Green is checked in for Bruce Brown. Reddish's shot is good. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Irving finds Harden. Back to Irving. Shot from 12. That misses off the backboard.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Hawks shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First one falls for him. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Gallinari comes in for John Collins. And then for Brooklyn, Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Nets trail by 3. Right side, Irving. The tray. Reddish grabs the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
7-foot shot. Second chance shot, and it's blocked by Jordan. There's the pass to Reddish. Just 5 on the clock. Herter passes to Reddish. Lets the 3 fly. No good there. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Atlanta's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Rondo passes to Herter. Out to Gallinari. Here's Reddish. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
But Danilo Gallinari, obviously much more known as a scorer, but how about the court vision there?
Irving drives in. Back to Shamet. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Irving against Gallinari. Jordan dishes to Irving. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
You know, that's what he wants more of. Up until now, the accuracy just hadn't been there.
Rondo looking over the floor, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. John Collins, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. Nets have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Irving kicks to Luwawu Cabarrot. Back to Irving. 19 seconds left to play in the first. From outside the arc, kept alive. Pass to Shamet. On the wing, Irving. Tries yet again. That's good on the jump shot. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. Yeah, that's how you have to play this guy. You've got to play him straight up and be balanced.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Nets. They lead by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Brooklyn, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Green. Luwawu is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Jordan, and it's Brown in at the small forward position.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
Back to Jordan. Here's Shamet. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Hawks trail by 7. Rondo kicks to Young. And he banks in the layup. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And the Hawks making a change here. Capella's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Joe Harris is checked in for Jordan. And it's James Harden in for Luwawu. Rondo kicks to Gallinari. And here's Collins from outside. The rebound by the Nets. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Young. Over Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, tight little up fake there. Young using it to create contact, and we know he's a terrific free throw shooter.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Hawks.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Collins, great positioning on the putback.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
Harden kicks to Harris. Harden scanning the floor. It's stolen by Capella. Young passes to Huerter. Back to Young. Collins trying to break free. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Shamet kicks to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Huerter passes to Capella. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Almost halfway through the season. Let's check out the standings in the East. You look at the Nets. They're holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, there's the Hawks. 6.5 games behind them.
And right now for the Hawks, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
It just feels like they're sputtering right now. Every time you think they've turned the corner, they really haven't.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
The Hawks trail by 10. Young inside, covered by Irving. And it's Capella missing.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Al Harden, 29 points for him last game against Sacramento.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A shot by Reddish, no good. Nets leading by 12. Left side, Irving. On the wing, Harden. Green with the ball. Over Young. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way...
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson. Field. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the opening period was 3 points. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel. Joel! Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the wings, Herter and Reddish. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. And it's Young in at the 1, so that's the Hawks 5. Harris with it, and guarded by Capella. Outside Irving. Good.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage. And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
The Hawks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. First free throw is good. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
They get it back.
You know, so much of rebounding is about effort, and no lack of that right there. He had to box out and establish great position.
On the wing, Harden. He's covered by Rondo. Irving dishes to Harden. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 5. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Harden's shot is good.
Woo-hoo! Kyrie Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
Rondo passes to Reddish. Harden against Rondo. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. At one point, they led by 16. Jordan against Capella. Jordan dishes to Irving. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Irving's got 11.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
It's not rocket science. At some point, the defense has to show more urgency getting back in transition.
And stolen by Irving. Here's Luwawu, and he jams it with authority.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
6 to shoot. Reddish kicks to Rondo.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
Irving drives in. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist in this one. The Hawks trail by 20. Looking to end the run. To the wing right side. Collins finds Rondo. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And the Hawks can't hang on to the ball. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Collins. Gallinari comes in for Kevin Huerter. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Landry Shamet comes in for James Harden. Now, here is Irving. Tight defense on him. And again, it's the Nets missing. Here's Reddish. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Jeff Green picks one up. This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one. No good on the free throw. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for the Nets. Good on the 2nd free throw. There's 31 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Now, here's Shamet. Capella covering. Irving against Young. Here's Irving. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. And the Nets lead by 21.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Get there. Young inside. He's covered by Shamet. Shots good from Young. Young's got 7 points in the game.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 19-point advantage heading into the next. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The Hawks trail by 19, setting the floor for the Nets. Green is out there with Jordan. Then there's Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Luwawu in at the 3.
And the effortless shooting motion. Young's 3-point jumper is just poetry in motion and has it on automatic.
Irving passes to Luwawu. The kick out to Irving. And it falls over the rim and in.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Brown the pass to Irving. Back to Brown. 5 on the clock. Outside Irving. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Capella. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And here's Young from the arc. The shot, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Nets making a change here. Harden's checked in.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
They double him with Jordan. Out to the wing. Shoots. And that one goes long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whips on them.
And Green slams it in.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
Here's Reddish. And the layup falls.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Pass to Green. Harden outside. Shoots from the elbow. Gallinari with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 18. Herter passes to Reddish. It's Young on the wing. Here's Herter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Irving finds Green. Back to Irving. Puts it up from 12, and he hits the jumper for 2. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Okongwu. And it's John Collins in for Gallinari. Harris is checked in for the Nets. Outside Irving. And the Nets miss again. Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And there's Collins on the assist from Reddish.
The play in transition from Collins is impressive. He gets down the court with such speed and then finishes it so strong.
Jordan against Capella. Now, here is Harden. He's guarded closely. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 18.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nets.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And on the season, this is going to be their 3rd win in 4 games against this team.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Okongwu's shot is good.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Here's Chioza. 5 to shoot. Count that one.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Good one dishes to Okongwu. That one falls.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Here's Chioza. Johnson outside. And And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, an enemy tip. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
When you talk about the guys like that in basketball, one OG who I think doesn't get enough recognition is Elgin Baylor.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. And we've got
Kevin, thanks.
David. He is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. So the Nets starting five. They've got Kyrie Irving. Harris is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Brown in at the three. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Simmons, and it's Green in at the three. Now here is Irving. Shoots over Curry, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And it's blocked by Simmons. Embiid from outside. That one, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Aggressiveness is everything, and they certainly played with a ton of it to get that win.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And a cold start gets a little colder. Just 1 for 4 to start the game.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Now, here's Brown. Playing Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
And that's just awesome leadership from Harden, demonstrating patience in a tough spot with the clock going up against him.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is. Oh!
The versatility of Simmons is astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
Harden dishes to Brown. Left side, Harris. It's stolen by Harris. And now the 76ers on the break. Curry leading the charge.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Outside Irving. Back to Harden. Lets it go from deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
And that's what led them to a blowout win. Offensively, they were solid, but their defense was what really carried them.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And Simmons slams it in.
The physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Irving against Curry. Brown kicks to Irving. Goes up at the stripe, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And the feel Irving has for the mid-range game, effective at working this area of the court.
Curry's shot is off.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Jordan, and there's Jordan, putting it right back in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Simmons passes to Embiid. Simmons with it, and it's Harden picking him up, and that one's good. Simmons. 40 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Irving surveying the floor. Pass to Jordan. Ball's knocked loose. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. From outside, off the mark.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Harris dishes to Harden. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Green. Here's Simmons. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Simmons got 12 points in the game.
Terrific at penetrating inside. The mobility Simmons possesses at his size, amazing.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that players have to deal with on a daily basis.
For me, it comes with blocking criticism from people I don't really need to hear from.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others.
Wow, hammering it in!
Once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
Irving drives in. Count that one. 6 points for him.
Yeah, you can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
The 76ers lead. Here's Maxey. It's Korkmaz in the corner. And here's Maxey. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. And let's quickly jump to the 2K leaderboard to find out which point guards have been the highest scorers over the last month. Fifth on the list, Kyrie Irving.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in our league. I mean, to see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
These guys aren't there just to run the offense for the teams anymore. They are the offense. They can light it up.
And how about the vertical of Jordan, easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Maxey passes to Howard. He gets it in there.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys. And Dwight Howard, you know, not the same 35-minute-a-game player he once was, but I tell you what, when he's on the floor, he can still be every bit as effective.
Yeah, Howard can bully teams that go small against him. I mean, he provides a big body to deal with other strong centers. I mean, he also gives the team some great flexibility with how they match up.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Ben Simmons.
You lob it Howard's way, he'll find ways to finish. That's how talented of a dunker he is.
Outside Irving. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Milton. And now Philadelphia on the break. On up the court. Here's Thybulle. Now the pass to Maxey. Howard trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Maxey's got the lead up to 6 now for Philadelphia. And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. To the paint. Here's Jordan. And it comes off the front of the rim.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Irving kicks to Green. Back to Irving. They need this. And he lays it up and in. Irving's got 8 points.
And Irving is a handful in the pick and roll. He has exceptional quickness, and he's a terrific decision maker.
Milton the pass to Howard. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Howard. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz. Danny Green. He's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Seth Curry in for Maxey. Great talkers over the years. Trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right
now. No, we don't do that.
There's a minute left in the first half. Here's Harden. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
And Harden is certainly used to finishing through the physical defense, demonstrating just how special a player like he truly is.
Puts it up from 17. They get it again.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Oh, what hustle from Harden. Just sprinting down the floor in transition, finding a great shot as a result.
They double team Curry. Embiid. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Harden. And the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got 6 in the quarter.
And when Harden gets to cooking, you gotta feed him. You gotta keep feeding him. He's an excellent rhythm scorer.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And a deep 3 from Harden. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 6-point lead at the end of. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points. That's all for now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Simmons against Harden. And the jam by Harden.
The athleticism Harden possesses is scary. I mean, he's constantly driving toward the basket for these dunks.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with his play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Irving misses.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
The finish, and it's blocked by Simmons.
But the reach of Simmons, I mean, coming into play on these blocks, you got to be careful shooting around this guy.
5 on the clock.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
The 76ers leading by 8. Here's Green. The shot's good. Green's got his first 2 points of the night.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime, no doubt.
Harden against Simmons. Harden dishes to Irving. Off target from three-point range.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got the lead back up to 10 now for the 76ers.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Here's Irving. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
I admire the confidence of Irving, always on the attack, superb at penetrating towards the rim.
Here's Simmons. Here's Embiid. And a missed layup.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Irving dishes to Harris. Outside for Jordan. Irving against Curry. Irving. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Love how Irving mixes it up. Outside, inside. He's effective at playing to his strengths.
Here's Curry. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Curry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
With some arc, and good that time. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
Now look, nobody takes more contact than Harden inside. Nobody's better at scoring through.
Simmons passes to Embiid, and he gets the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 8.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
And stolen by Jordan. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Irving for 3. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. The Nets also changing it up. Jeff Green is checked in for Joe Harris. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Bruce Brown. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Nets trail by 12. Irving kicks to Shamet. Now here's Irving. He's covered closely. And again, no good by Brooklyn. It's intercepted. It's stolen by Milton. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. They've got Luwawu. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Irving in at the 1. And he lays it straight in. Irving's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Nets. Now here's Thibault. Pass to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Howard can still wreck the rim when he gets here deep.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. A 12-point game. Passes it to Jordan. Outside Irving. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Maxey. Howard kicks to Milton. Now here's Maxey. Covered by Irving. Maxey, no good. Nets trail by 10. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. From past the arc. That one misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead early. Here's Maxey. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Shots good. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The 76ers making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. And the Nets also making a change. James Harden, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Down low. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Jordan.
Well, here's the thing. Urban draws so much attention from the defense. I mean, there's always a guy left wide open.
Here's Embiid. Jordan with some nice D. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the 76ers. Tobias Harris is checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Korkmaz. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. Harden the pass to Jordan. Luwawu Cabarrot kicks to Irving. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
Lighting up the scoreboard all night. I mean, Irving showing the versatility and his persistence.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And he goes big with a dunk right over DeAndre Jordan.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensation. Back to Harden. And Embiid with the block.
And the wingspan of Embiid, I mean, very effective at using his length to turn shots back.
And Simmons slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Pass to Luau. And here's Harden for three. Another miss by Harden.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Simmons with it. Now Green defending on the wing. Green. Here's Simmons. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, growing up in Australia, Ben Simmons played lots of Australian rules footballs. When you watch him play, that's the toughness you see.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Shake Milton. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Brown comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Harden the pass to Harris. Irving against Curry. Irving dishes to Harris. On the wing, Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Philadelphia.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Ben Simmons.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Curry wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Irving with a clean look. Another shot. Jordan kicks to Irving. The 3. Harden, no good. So the 76ers win it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with DJ Augustin. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And looking at the Nets, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Harris. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving in at the 2. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Now here's Middleton. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Harden scanning the floor. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And Harden with this stuff.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Pass to Antetokounmpo to the middle. And Lopez throws it down.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Lopez with the steal. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. Trying to find Augustine. Gets it to him. Passes to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
Harden outside. Here's Irving. Rebounded by the Bucks.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jeff Green. He's checked in for Harris. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Bruce Brown. Forbes can't get it to go. Nets trail by 3. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Here's Connaughton. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here is Forbes, guarded by Harden. Forbes can't get it to go. Nets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. In transition, here come the Nets.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And that one, good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Harden outside. 1:15 left to play here in the first. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. The Nets making a switch here. Shamet's checked in. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Craig's checked in.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Harden kicks to Shamet. Here's Luwawu. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Harden outside. Shot clock at 6. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
Now here's Portis. A 14-point game for him in the win against Minnesota.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
And it's good for 2. Harden's got 15.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Kick out to Giannis. Portis trying to free himself. The 3-pointer no good. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Luwawu, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Now, lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Nets out in front. They finish off the first quarter with a 13-4 run. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And regarding the mental aspect of...
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me. I'm able to...
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And for those of you just tuning in, what a jam!
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
DiVincenzo against Harden. Here's Craig. Here's Portis. He can't get that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Shamet the pass to Green. DiVincenzo against Harden. In the corner. Shamet with it. Harris inside. Lopez covering. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Bruce Brown. He's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving comes in for James Harden. And then for Milwaukee, Chris Middleton's checked in for Bobby Portis. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Pat Connaughton. Here's DiVincenzo. Good D by Irving.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Augustine dishes to Lopez. Irving against DiVincenzo. And there it is for him. And it's a 12-point Brooklyn lead.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Lopez with the bucket. What happens to team chemistry, Brent, at this stage of the season? Teammates have spent, a lot of time together already at this point.
Well, this is where veteran leadership and guys who have been through deep runs or their understanding of what it takes to have a team go through deep runs can really pay off, Kevin. Making guys accountable to the things that you've talked about all year long in the next couple weeks, that's critical.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Torrey Craig.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but he's willing to rip that rim off.
Shamet kicks to Irving. Back to Shamet. Outside Irving. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. The Bucks also with the sub. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Shamet. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Unloads from 9. Off the left rim and out. Nets leading by 10. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Shamet's got his first points in this one.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Augustine against Irving. Antetokounmpo. Giannis on the follow.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Irving against Augustine. Back to Irving. The pass to Shamet. Now Irving. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Sacramento.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Harden in for Kyrie Irving. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Augustine.
Now we've seen Lopez be more and more assertive in looking for his shot, which in turn draws the defense's attention to him.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
46 seconds left here in the second. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Antetokounmpo, and another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
I mean, take a look at Giannis in his first year as opposed to now. That's strength coming into play now.
Harden kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing the... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to James Harden was the man in the first. He ended up with 17 points. Thanks for joining us.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. DJ Augustine out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. Harden with it. On the wing, Harris. Harden outside. Just 5 on the clock. The shot missing. The Bucks go the other way with it. Stolen by Harden. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Off target with the open look. Nets leading by 7. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance.
Kyrie, such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Off target with his 3. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Harris with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Bucks trail by 9. Third quarter here, over 1.5 minutes into it. Yes, that goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points in the quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Outside Irving. Back to Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Giannis, and he comes up with the deuce. Antetokounmpo's got 22.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo, nobody back, and the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis has the hard hat on right now, going to work. So good, so long, just terrorizing the D.
Harden kicks to Brown. Back to Harden.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in. Now it's just a 3-point Nets lead.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Here's Irving. Jordan trying to free himself up. 2 points. That one goes. Irving's got 8 points. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. And the shot goes in. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
3-pointer Augustine. On the wing, Giannis. Guarded by Harris. Giannis against Irving. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break, and finished off by Brown.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Irving dishes to Harris. Up top, Brown. Defended by Middleton. Brown against DiVincenzo. Brown the pass to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
I wonder if Antetokounmpo is Greek for lightning, because that's what he did there on the penetration.
And both free throws good for Giannis. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Shamet kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Fires from 14, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Landry Shamet is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Green. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. They've held a 12-point lead early. The shot's good from Jordan.
That's some big boy stuff from DJ. He likes the chance to finish through contact.
Here's Craig. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Jordan. Inside. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Antetokounmpo. Shamet on the wing. Left side, Irving. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Nets lead by 7.
Blinding speed there shown by Kyrie Irving on the boost. And when he puts it on the floor like that, he's getting all the way to the rim.
Here is Forbes. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. One-on-one fast break. Here's Shamet. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Portis, the pass to Forbes. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pass to Shamet. Nets passing it around. Here's Luwawu. Great D that time from Portis. Bucks trail by 7. Giannis drives in. And the dunk by Giannis.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
Jordan, the pass to Irving. Lays it up off the glass. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here's Forbes. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that reach is just ridiculous. Giannis easily beating everybody to the ball and then sends it back.
Irving looking over the floor. Two free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. The kick out to Irving. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Harden the pass to Jordan. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And now an 11-point Brooklyn lead.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
But they recover it. Middleton outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nets.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Chioza. Off target from outside. And it's Milwaukee's ball, trailing by 13. Pass to Wilson. Trying to get something going. That one a little long.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was...
Los Angeles Laker Marcus.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming up next, the Nets taking on the Hawks. For the Brooklyn Nets. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the center position. And for the Nets, Jordan is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, then there's Brown, and it's Irving at the shooting guard position. Irving kicks to Brown. Pass to Harris. There's the triple. Reddish grabs the rebound. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Young. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Harris. Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against Boston.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year or midseason?
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP at the start of the season. You know,
yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you say, let it play out. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Maybe not the most explosive athlete, but Young's jumper stretches defense, which gives him more room to get by his man.
Harden the pass to Brown. Outside Irving. 9 feet out, and the jumper falls for him.
Well, you know that Kyrie is going to be looking for a shot in that situation. It isn't hard for him to find one ever, it seems.
That's good from Collins on the assist by Young.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Irving passes to Jordan. The kick out to Irving. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Shot by Collins, no good. Nets trail by 4. Here's Irving. Drops in the layup for 2. Irving's got 6 points. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And it goes down 2 points.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Harden against Young. It's Harden with the drive, and Capella sends it back. Herter passes to Collins. Back to Herter. There's the dish to Reddish. To the middle, stolen by Harden. And now the fast break, Irving with the ball. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. He's got 8.
You simply cannot give Kyrie Irving room to run in the open floor. This guy is a phenomenal transition player.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well. Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Softly drops in the floater.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
Irving kicks to Harden. Right side, Jordan. It's stolen by Reddish. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Herter. They get the rebound. Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
For 3, Harris. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Young. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, tight little up fake there. Young using it to create contact, and we know he's a terrific free throw shooter.
And he can't get the first one. So for the Nets, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Joe Harris. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Brown. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Irving. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Collins. Alinari comes in for Reddish. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Kevin Herter.
Well, we've seen that a time or two for Mr. DeAndre Jordan. Nice, easy finish with that dunk.
Young looking around. And it's blocked by Jordan. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Hawks on top. They're up by 1. And we'll be back with you right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. Then it's Trae Young. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Rondo in at the point guard. Stolen by Harden. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nets.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Young's shot is good. Young's got 9.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Harden against Rondo. There's the feed to Jordan. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Jordan's got his second basket of the night.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Young dishes to Okongwu. Out to Gallinari. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, some contact there on the shot, but Danilo Gallinari, much improved upper body strength, maintains his focus. Nicely done.
And Doris, when you just look at the numbers the last 2 seasons, Gallinari has been playing like an all-star.
Now, Greg, you're talking about 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, and he began to shoot a higher volume of threes, which obviously sometimes leads to a little bit less efficiency. But not for Gallinari. He's actually improved his accuracy from the three-point line.
In the corner, Harden. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Capella. Fades away. And Jordan sends it back.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
Goes back up. And the layup good by Rondo. And the Hawks lead by 1.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Harden with it, and guarded by Capella. And Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
And Gallinari kicks to Young. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Nets. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But at that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
Oh, no doubt. Playing aggressively, forcing the action, that often works in your favor, and it did the last time around. This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Jordan kicks to Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Luwawu, the pass to Harden. Over Rondo. Again, the Nets for two. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Brown comes in for Landry Shamet. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Kicks it out to Collins. Rondo looking around. Back to Collins. The pass to Capella. It's stolen by Green. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Here's Jordan. The kick out to Irving. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by Capella.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it. How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Irving against Rondo. Irving passes to Jordan. The kick out to Irving. And he converts the layup. Irving's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Nets.
Well, the key there is Kyrie Irving did a great job setting up his defender on the pick and roll, and it led to the score.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 14 points. Well, a lot of redemption stories for the stars on Brooklyn. They all came here with something to prove. Who has the most to prove on the Nets?
It's got to be Kyrie Irving. I mean, he won it out of Cleveland and Boston. Now this is his show. So I would think internally, not even externally, hearing the critics, but internally, I probably.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
We've got Brown, Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Up again, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination so impressive.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
The Hawks trail by 10. Young pass to Herder. High arcing shot. Goes back up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. All right, a chance to check out stats for Clint Capella.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
Irving drives in. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Reddish. Makes it off the glass.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Right side, Irving. Pass to Harden. Bucket is good.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Brooklyn making some changes. Jeff Green is checked in for Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Brown. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Irving. And then for Atlanta, Okongwu comes in for Clint Capella. And it's Gallinari in for Kevin Herder. Harden up top, defended by Young. Harden, no good. And Collins has got the ball here for the Hawks, trailing by 10. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. And their road trip is only getting started as that's the second of 6 for them. Shamet with it, and it's Reddish picking him up. Young against Harden. Passes it to Green. Back to Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
And Young kicks to Collins. Puts it up from 7. The putback. James Harden with the rebound. Nets leading by 10. Here's Shamet. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Young from deep three-point range. No good on the triple. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Young against Harden. Young outside. Clock at 6. Ring shot on the way. He doesn't hit that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Pass to Harris. To the inside. Harden. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harden's got 18 points.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
It's Young on the wing, guarded by Harden. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
Oh, that's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Gallinari finds Young. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, Gallinari a scorer at heart, but how about the unselfishness? Perfectly sets up his open teammate.
Harden scanning the floor. And the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got 20 points.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Young inside, guarded by Harden. Count that bucket.
Yeah, terrific effort there by Young, really all night. The defense has tried to make adjustments, but he's just stayed one step ahead of him.
Harden outside. Down low. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist by Harden. Green's got his second basket.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Brooklyn ahead, running away with this one. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for Atlanta, on the wings, Herter and Reddish. Gallinari is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Rondo in at the point. To the paint, here's Harden, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Well, the pandemic impacting earnings all over the NBA, Doris. The pain is felt, we think, most keenly by small market teams.
Across the board, Kevin, there are economic realities that the pandemic has forced NBA teams to look at. But always those small market teams depend on revenue sharing to compete. So now attendance is compromised and their ledger is affected even more. This is going to be interesting to see how this affects roster composition. Boy, we've got a lot of questions to be answered.
Here's Irving. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
And Jordan sends it back. The second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the first one drops.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
And Rondo drops them both.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Harden dishes to Green. Back to Harden. Shoots from the corner. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
And taken away by Brown. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. On the wing, Irving. Shot clock at 6. The 3 from Harden. The offensive rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Reddish the pass to Gallinari. Rebounded by the Nets. Brown feeling out a bit. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, we've seen this 1 or 2 times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Here's Rondo. Out left to the wing. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Plenty of space. And he hits the jump shot. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, the ability to score at all three levels makes Kyrie Irving a near impossible check. Good luck, fellas.
Gallinari in the corner. Here's Reddish. Here's Capella. Count it.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Nets. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Harden kicks to Irving. And it's been said that history is written by the victor. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA and basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for James Harden.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
At the line for the Hawks, Tony Snell.
That's good from Snell. And so Snell nails both of them. Here is Harden. Green deciding where to go with it. The Nets working the ball around now. Jordan kicks to Irving. Tries from 16, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Now here's Goodwin, guarded by Harden. Goodwin, good. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Here is Harden. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won that, David. Thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
31 with which former Dallas Mavericks star?
Was it Jason Terry, Tyson Chandler, Jason Kidd, or Dirk Nowitzki.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Oh, what a beautiful play!
With intensity, did you see that?
Oh,
great. How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Kicks it out to Harden. Over Simmons. Harden, no good. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Yeah, if you can be that much better on the glass, you're going to win the game.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. Will be a fun matchup to watch.
No good from Simmons. Outside Irving. Here's Harden on the wing. No good from outside.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Harris kicks to Green. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. On its way from Curry for 2. Offensive rebound. And Embiid is right there.
Oh, you better know where Embiid is. I mean, when you lose sight of him, he'll kill you on the boards.
Irving with it. Outguarded by Simmons. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Nets missing. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Took him no time at all on that one. Curry's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And they call an illegal screen here.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he did.
Green, he's checked in for Jordan. They grab their own miss. Embiid. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And yes, it's good.
It's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feeds.
Simmons passes to Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, we got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
And Embiid throws it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
The kick out to Irving. It's hauled in by Harris.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Irving finds Harden. And the jam by Harden.
You can't be careless with the ball around Harden. He's great at swiping the ball and creating easy opportunities for his team. And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Outside Curry. And Simmons slams it in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
Round kicks to Harris. Here's Irving. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Green kicks to Brown. 6 to shoot. Harden can't hit.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Harden right side. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter, and the basket is good.
He's not just an outside threat. Harden's a player who can score from anywhere.
Outside, Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose, and that one good. Simmons got 6.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Harden outside. This one for 3. Another miss by Harden. 4-on-3 break. Curry wide open. The wing jumper off target. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. His work on... And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an...
Being from Africa, at the end of the day, you come here, you want to make an impact, and...
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Howard. Actually out there with Shake Milton. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in at the 4 slot. Harden's shot is good.
He's a point guard. I mean, the point guard's command in the pick and roll. Harden, he always reads it perfect.
It's Howard, top of the key. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
It's stolen by Milton. Fast break, Philadelphia. And again, Dwight Howard. 6 points for him.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Back to Shamet. Harden outside. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
It's Korkmaz in the corner. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. It's 2-on-1. Here's Shamet. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. Number 1, the Nets.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one and Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Axie passes to Korkmaz. To the inside. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Back to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
If you allow Howard to get in close, he's going to punch that ticket.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Down by 15. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that'll be the third of the four straight at home. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Harris comes in for Green. And it's Kyrie Irving in for James Harden. Philadelphia also making some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. The pass to Embiid. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Now, here's Shamet, defended by Thibault. Irving can't get it to go.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
This is why you must get Simmons out the paint, because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Irving against Simmons. Irving kicks to Shamet. Irving looking for an opening. Just 5 to shoot. Harris finds Irving. And a miss there on the triple.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
Steps back and fires. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Outside Irving. Shot to stop the run. And Embiid with the block.
Awesome timing on the rejection. Embiid, the big fella. You don't want to bring it in around this guy.
Right wing. Here's Korkmaz. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Brown's checked in. And then for Philadelphia, Tobias Harris is checked in for Joel Embiid. Green comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Seth Curry in for Matisse Thybulle. On the wing, Green. The three-pointer off the mark. Lobs it up for Jordan. From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half, Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He had 14 points, 9... And that...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys to the ball.
Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Outside Curry. Fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Curry's got 7.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Brown finds Harden. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And Harden is certainly used to finishing through the physical defense, demonstrating just how special a player like he truly is.
Inside, Outside for Simmons. Here's Curry with the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Curry's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the 76ers. Outside Irving. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got his second bucket.
I mean, he's a strong finisher. He exhibits great body control. Irving, he's a special talent.
Simmons passes to Howard. Here's Curry with the three. It's hauled in by Brown.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open three like that.
And drafted 42nd back in 2018 out of Miami, Bruce Brown has shown himself to be a rugged two-way guard.
Yeah, he's a second-round steal. Yeah, he competes at the defensive end of the floor, and the shooting numbers are trending in the right direction.
Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Then for the 76ers, Embiid comes in for Dwight Howard. And Maxey's subbed in for Simmons.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Irving misses. The 76ers leading by 23. Here's Curry. Connects on the 17-footer. He's got 12.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Harden scanning the floor. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Here's what Philadelphia is going with right now. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Green, and it's Shake Milton in for Curry.
You have to love it. There's no quit in this kid, Irving. When he gets hit, he sticks with his shot.
Korkmaz, he's checked in for Harris. Maxey passes to Milton. He dishes it to Embiid. That one good for two. Embiid's got 16 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Outside Irving. The shot, no good. Good D by Embiid.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
And that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Pass to Brown. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Philadelphia the other way now. Korkmaz passes to Maxey. Here's Embiid in, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor and looking for more.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Irving passes to Brown. Back to Irving. The feed to Jordan. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
What an intelligent play. I mean, solid execution. Irving coming off the pick. Very difficult to defend.
Now Thybulle still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Down low and taken away by Brown. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. With the putback. It's good on the putback.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip in.
To the paint, and stolen by Robertson. And so it's Philadelphia cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. They've been playing. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Simmons. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Simmons, and it's Green in at the 3 spot.
No clue why you wouldn't box out Embiid. He's too lethal on the offensive end.
And here's Harden. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point. Harden with it. Now defended by Embiid. Off on the layup.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Man, they look like they just want it more right now. You gotta love the hustle.
Cook, he's checked in for the Nets. Tyler Johnson comes in for James Harden. Bradley's checked in for the 76ers. Mike Scott comes in for Seth Curry.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Johnson against Simmons. Johnson kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. And again, unable to change momentum here. 76ers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Johnson against Simmons. Brooklyn with the rebound.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
It's good.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. And the 3 off target. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And it's Green missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Poirier's checked in. And it's Shake Milton in for Danny Green. The 3 from Bradley. The Nets making a switch here. Robertson, he's checked in. The Nets have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Here's Chiozza. And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
tournament. That's a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
Now here's Johnson. D right on him.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Philadelphia.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, Just a monster game for Joel Embiid.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Here's Cook. And that one is stuffed right through.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Here's Milton. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. 16 seconds left in the game. Johnson surveying the floor. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the... All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.